Hey, what's going on everyone? It's your boy Redstone9X here. Welcome back to another mod showcase video. Now today's video, I'm going to be showcasing you guys a simple mod that adds in a bunch of different new totems with some special abilities that can help you cheat death in your Minecraft world. Now, before I go into more detail on what those totems are, you know the drill. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss another video. Apart from that, guys, let's begin today's video. Okay, guys, so we got a bunch of different totems right here that can give you some interesting effects when you use them when you're about to die in Minecraft. And as always, I will leave a link in the description down below so you guys can try this mod out for yourself later on. Now, let us begin. So the mod we're checking out today, as you probably saw, is the Totem Overhaul mod. So we got like 7 different new totems here. We got the Angelic Totem of Undying, the Iron Golem's Totem of Undying, the Berserker's Totem of Undying, Loyal Totem of Undying, Phantom Totem of Undying, Void Totem of Undying, and Withered Totem of Undying. So we're going to try them out one by one here. So first we got is the Angelic Totem of Undying. So to make this, you just need a regular Totem of Undying, obviously, and 2 feathers. And it doesn't matter where you place the 2 feathers, you just need 2 feathers to make the Angelic Totem. So what this totem does is, it will save you from death and punish those around you by burning them for 30 seconds. So pretty much it will summon a lightning bolt when you die, if there are mobs around. And if you equip an elytra, you will be sent flying into the air, which can be pretty handy. So I got an elytra right here, but we'll save that for later, so let me quickly get some mobs real quick. We'll do some huts, for example. So spawn a couple of these here, and I'm gonna teleport up to the top, and I know this will be high enough for me to mostly die, but the totem will save me. So just hold the totem in your main or offhand, jump down, and as you saw when I died, I was saved, and plus they got smited with lightning, just like that, which can be pretty good. Like if you have a weapon, which I do it here, you can pretty much finish them off, like so. So not bad. And now we're gonna use the Angelic Totem again, because I just said that if you had an elytra equipped, it will have you fly into the air. So we're gonna do the same thing here. Spawn a couple of these huts, teleport up. Now this time I'm gonna hold it in my offhand and put the elytra on this time. And now when I jump down, they got smited with lightning and I got flung in the air. So this can be pretty handy for you to make a quick getaway too, as long as you have an elytra on you. But make sure you are already trying to glide once you get flung in the air, because if you glide a little too late, you will take fall damage and still die. So just be careful of that. And just like that, all the huts are gone. Okay, now we're going to move on to the next totem, which is the Iron Golem's Totem of Undying. So to make this, it's actually slightly more expensive, so you actually need 2 Totems of Undying, and you need a carved pumpkin and 4 iron blocks like this. Pretty much if you were making an Iron Golem on your own, like if you were building an Iron Golem, but this time you need to make it in a crafting table. So with the Iron Golem's Totem of Undying, it will save you from death up to 3 times. So you can pretty much use this 3 times before it disappears. But it will only give you resistance, not fire resistance. So, and it says better not use it in the nether. Yeah, because usually a normal Totem of Undying will give you like regeneration, fire resistance, and all those sort of things. This totem will not do that. Oh, and I forgot to mention one thing. In order to use this Iron Golem Totem of Undying, you actually need to have iron ingots in your inventory, because it will consume on use. Because I'll show you what happens when you don't have that in your inventory. So let me teleport up and use it. So this is what happens if you don't have iron in your inventory. When you jump off, you'll get a message in your chat saying, I think you forgot to bring some iron. So that's the only way it will save you, so give me a second to respawn. Okay guys, I'm back. So now I'm going to show you what happens when you do have iron in your inventory. It doesn't have to be in your hotbar, but watch what happens now. So when I jump off, it will actually save me from fall damage or from dying this time. And as you can see, it has a durability between 3 and 2, so I can use this 2 more times before it breaks. And again, as long as you have iron ingots in your inventory, you should be fine. So as I said, I can use this a few more times. Sorry, I had regeneration, so let me try again. So yeah, that's 2 times. And now I can do it just 1 more time. And it broke, and it only took like 3 iron ingots, so I mean, it's a pretty good totem, but it can be a little bit costly because it will consume some of your iron in the process. Okay, so now that you see that, let's move on to the next totem, the Berserker's Totem of Undying. So to make this, you just need 1 Totem of Undying, an iron axe at the top, surrounded by blaze powder, like this, to make Berserker's Totem of Undying. So with this totem, this will pretty much save you from death, obviously, and gives you strength 4 and haste 2 for 4 seconds. And plus the regeneration on this totem is double than a normal totem, so it will pretty much give you a strength and haste boost, so you can literally do a lot of damage to your enemies really quick. And plus, the regeneration is twice as good as the normal totem, so let's spawn in a couple of more mobs to demonstrate. This time we'll add some spiders. So we'll spawn in a couple of hogs, then a couple of spiders. And now we're going to teleport to the top, holding this totem. I'm going to have a weapon in my hand, just in case. So now when I jump off, I get strength 4 and haste 2, so look at this. I pretty much get an added strength boost and haste, so I can literally go to town with these guys. I guess emphasis on the totem, like making you go berserk, I guess, when you consume that totem. I guess that's the general idea. Okay, so let me throw this out, and now let's move on to the next totem. This is the Loyal Totem of Undying. Now this one is way more expensive than all the others. So it's 1 Totem of Undying in the middle, 2 diamonds on the side, and surrounded by 6 netherite ingots to make the Loyal Totem of Undying. Now this one is a very good totem, but again, it's a bit costly. So what this totem does is that the Loyal Totem can save you from death even if you aren't holding it in your hands. Which means you really don't have to hold this in your offhand for it to be used. But there is a catch. Just like with the Iron Golem's Totem of Undying, it will consume an item for it to be used. But in this case, it'll be diamonds this time. So you probably already can guess what will happen if you don't have this in your inventory. But watch what happens. I'm not holding the totem in my hand, so when I jump off, you pretty much will get this message in front of you saying the loyalty totem saved you from death. And it will consume a diamond and get broken. So if you want, you need to make sure you have a lot of these in your inventory, because this is a very useful totem, because the fact that you literally don't have to hold it in your hand, so you can literally have both of your hands free from like shields and swords and that sort of thing, which can be pretty handy. Okay, so now let me do time set day, and we'll move on to the last 2. No, we got 3 more, sorry. So we're gonna move on to the Phantom Totem of Undying. To make this, you just need one totem of undying in the middle, surrounded by 4 phantom membranes like this. So this totem, it pretty much gives you invisibility for 5 seconds, as well as save you from death, obviously. So I'm gonna be up here, put this in my offhand, and you can have this in your main hand too, but... Okay, let's jump off. And as you can see, I pretty much go invisible for like a few seconds, so... I guess this could be a really good way for like if you need to jump off a cliff, like if you're being chased by enemies. And when you jump off, it will save you from death, and plus they won't be able to see if they're high up above the cliff, so making you able to get a quick getaway, or stealthy getaway for that matter. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the last 2 totems. So the second to last one, we got the Void Totem of Undying. So for this one, you just need 1 Totem of Undying in the middle, an Eye of Ender, and Crying Obsidian. So with this totem, it pretty much will save you from falling into the void. So if you fall into the void, it will teleport you to the world spawn and give you regeneration for a few seconds, and can be used up to 5 times. And also, this void totem isn't exactly specific, because I tested this and it only works in the overworld void. So pretty much if you're almost near the void in the overworld, it will save you. So let me show you. So we're going to head down to this area. And I'm going to stand right here and press this button. So let me hold the totem in my hand. So when I press this button, I pretty much will fall into the void. And this totem will save me from dying in the void. And teleport me to the world spawn. Which in this case is pretty much out in this village right here. So. And again, you can use this up to 5 times. So let me teleport back here and show you. As long as you have plenty of health, you can use this as many times as you want until it runs out. So that you pretty much get the idea. So before I move on to the final totem, let me show you why it only works in the overworld. So let me get a fresh and new void totem right here. And we're gonna head to the end, because this is an example of what you should not do, pretty much. So I put do not use the Void Totem of Undying in the end, because if you try using it while you're in the end fighting the Ender Dragon, this will happen. So again, do not do this. Oh, forgot to fall, so this is what will happen. The Void Totem will think that the world spawn is somewhere in this dimension, but there isn't. So you'll pretty much continuously fall and fall over and over again until you actually die. Because again, this totem is pretty much only useful if you're in the overworld, in case you get near bedrock and that sort of thing. Which I feel like is a little disappointing, because I feel like this would be so useful in the end, finding the Ender Dragon, because you're surrounded by nothing but void, that sort of thing. But it is what it is, so. So let's teleport back to the lab and move on to the final totem. So I guess we'll put this here, and now we'll move on to the Withered Totem of Undying. So for this, you just need the Totem of Undying in the middle, with 3 soul sand like this, and a wither skull at the top to make the Withered Totem of Undying. So this totem will pretty much save you from death, obviously, and give wither effect to all nearby enemies for 5 seconds. So let's add in some creepers to this. Some spiders. So again, all mobs near you when you use the wither totem will get a wither effect. Okay, so when I jump off, it gets consumed and the wither totem is in effect. Which will have them all have the wither effect. But it only mostly works in like a small radius, because you saw that not all of these mobs were hit with the wither effect, because there were some spiders that weren't hit. But you kind of get the idea. I guess it can be useful in its own way. I mean, it does do some decent damage to mobs when they're near you, so that's kind of a plus side to things. Oh, focus fire. Get out of here. So yeah, when you're making these totems, make sure that you are aware of what they can do and what they require for them to be used and that sort of thing. So that way you're able to use them properly. And yeah, that is pretty much the Totem Overhaul mod in Minecraft 1.16.5. And that, my friends, is gonna wrap up for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more videos like this, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. And turn on those notifications so you don't miss another video. Apart from that, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you all next week in the next one. Goodbye.